Okay, we're continuing in the story in the Hachaim, how the Hachaim learns the whole saga of Yosef and his brothers, how he got sold. And we're going to come now to some very interesting psukim, where Yosef, a tzaddik, meets somebody, and he asks him, did you see my brothers? Let's see the psukim inside. We're going to try to point out some of the questions that the Hachaim is going to have. So the pasuk begins, pasuk tezvav, Yimtza'ehu ish. The ish found Yosef, v'hinei toyeh basada, and he's wandering, in the field, like looks like he's lost. V'yisha'elu ish, and the person asked Yosef, matavakish, what are you looking for? So the Hachaim is going to ask, why are you asking? What's your business? Like, it's a funny thing, you're walking down the street, right? You look, and the guy says to you, what are you looking for? Who says he's looking for anything? Maybe he's just walking. Vayomer, and Yosef tells him, I'm looking for my brothers. Hagidin, tell me, Eifahim Royim. How does Yosef assume that this individual knows where his brothers are? Right? What does Yosef say? Hagidin, tell me. Shouldn't say tell me. He says, by the way, would you happen to know where they are? That's right. You're looking for somebody, and you meet a guy in the corner and say, listen, by the way, was there, a person in this description here, like the last 5 minutes, did you happen to see them? Right? You don't go to a guy and say, hey, there was a guy here, where did he go? Well, I don't know. How should he know? And so that's the next thing the Hachaim points out. They left here, right? And it's like the pasuk takes it for granted that he knew who Yosef was, who he was looking for, who the brothers were, and he told them, I overheard them telling them, we're going to Doisan. He went after his brothers, he found them in Doisan. It's a funny thing, but what do you mean he found them in Doisan? Right? The guy told you he was there. Right? Vayimtzeim b'doisa would mean that he kept on looking in other places and he ended up finding them there. So these are all questions that the Hachaim asks on the yukim, the language of the pasuk. We're going to reveal some things behind the scene. So it says the Hachaim, Vayeishev Mokai asher shlochai aviv shama v'loy motzam. He came to Shechem, the place that his father told him, and he didn't find him. Now, as we learned in the last shir, he should have went back home to report to Yaakov that I went to Shechem and I didn't find him. However, he continued to look for them. Because it's understood, right? The person found Yosef lost, right? Because he couldn't find them, right? So our Hachaim continues, tell me, how did Yosef know that this person, right, according to many Mefarshim, it was Gavriel HaMalach, right? Unclear, as we're going to see, if Yosef knew that this was Gavriel or not. But how did Yosef know that this person knew what the brother's word? Loimar Eilav, to tell him, Hagidin, tell me. He should have said, did you happen to see my brothers? Maybe he understood from the words, the way the person asked the question, Leimar matavakesh, right? That the word Leimar is extra, miuteres neskav Leimar kishashal oisek yehu yom elav, right? That the context, that the way the person asked, he understood that Yosef was looking for his brothers. So therefore, from the fact that he understood it, he was able to ask him right away, you must know where my brothers are, tell me where they are. It's very strange. You don't go to a person that says, did you see the car that was just parked there? Where did the car go that was just parked there? How do you know he saw the car there? That's why he told him, I'm looking for my brothers. And therefore, I'm waiting for you to tell me where they are. Like we explained, Yosef took it, right, that this individual knew where the brothers were. Why did this person have to tell Yosef that they left here? Right? He could have just said, listen, I was standing here 5 minutes ago, they were here. I heard them saying that they're going, to the next town. You didn't have to. Why would you tell them they left here? And I heard them saying that they're going to the next town. It's a little bit like repetitive, redundant. So what was the extra message that he said Nasu Mizeh. Rizal Doshu Kihigi Bosh Nasu Mia Achva Vaholchut Levakish Noichle Idosis Shaniseyo Behem. That they actually left Mizeh from here, meaning Mizeh from our brotherhood, from your brotherhood. They're no longer your brothers. They're going to Doisan, and Doisan is a place where they were looking to judge Yosef HaTzadik. Why? Because they wanted him gone because of what he was doing to them. So if that's the case, Hachaim says, how could Yosef go after them? Right? If the guy tells you, listen, the guy you're looking for just went to the authorities to report on you, nobody would go after, look for them. It didn't make any sense. Right? There's no, definition of getting damaged more than this. Right? We learned in the last year that Yosef had special protection. But if they're told that by you going to them, you're going to get damaged, the Shliach Mitzvah protection doesn't help. It would seem to be the Chas Shalom that Yosef was putting himself into danger. So the Hachaim gives a couple of tirutzim. He didn't really understand what the person was trying to hint to him. Right? Only afterwards, with the benefit of hindsight, Yosef was able to understand what the person really meant to say, what meant to hint to him. But at the time, it was very hard for him to figure out. He thought the person was telling him very simply, they went to Doisan and go look for them there. Right? Moreover, it's very possible, like we explained, that Yosef did not know that this was a malach. If he knew it was a malach, maybe he would have been much more exacting in to understand what the message was. Right? We know that a malach is limited to what he could speak, and therefore every word is meduyik, is exact, and is a hidden message. And because of that, he didn't really understand that. Right? That he went after his brothers and he found them in Dasan. So it comes out actually that Yosef HaTzadik did not go straight to Dasan to look for them. He continued in other places. And he ended up finding them in Dasan. That's why the pasuk says, Vayimtsoim b'Dasan. He only found them after looking in other places, he found them in Dasan. So that's the little bit of the understanding how Hachaim understands this parsha of Yosef looking for his brothers.